We go 1 for 3 on the 3 best prop bets last week as Terrence McKinney winning in round 1 comes through with relative ease. However, Martin Budaya had something to prove last weekend, and rather than going about it the way that he normally does, which is normally winning by decision and grinding opponents out, he put the pressure on Parisian immediately and got him out of there. So big win for him, but we unfortunately flunk on him to win by decision, as well as Blackshear, who went out there and just put an absolute shellacking on Jose Johnson before wrapping up that twister and crumbling our decision ticket on him as well at plus 225. But we hit Terrence McKinney, 1 of 3, not the greatest, but at least we didn't get reverse swept. Obviously, I got another 3 best prop bets for you guys here for UFC 292. Just a reminder, if you're looking for LFA and PFL breakdowns, which go down tonight as a little bit of an appetizer to UFC 292 tomorrow, the best way to do so and get those breakdowns, predictions, and how I'm seeing those fights go down is to check out the link in the description below for my personal Patreon page, where you'll see written breakdowns, in-depth breakdowns for all of these fights. Check it out. Link in the description below. Now let's not waste any more time. Let's get right into the 3 best prop bets that I got for you guys here. Now, I will preface this by saying I was really feeling Mario Bautista inside the distance, Brad Katona by decision, but we don't have props available for those yet since those matchups just recently got announced. But those are going to be honorable mentions as we lead up to these top 3 prop bets that we got for you guys for UFC 292. All right, first one up. We're going to go with Austin Hubbard to win by decision at plus 165. I believe he's going to have a grappling advantage here over the BJJ black belt, Kurt Holobaugh, but the issue with Holobaugh is he seems to get out grappled and can't do enough with his jiu-jitsu to really get things back into his realm. Yes, he was able to latch onto a guillotine choke to save himself in the opening round of the Ultimate Fighter show, but I don't think that Austin Hubbard will get caught in anything like that. Hubbard will be able to utilize his kicking game and his movement from range to deal with the slugfest and pocket exchanging style of Kurt Holobaugh, and then eventually change levels, get this fight to the ground, and expose the weakness in Holobaugh's game, which is his takedown defense and inability to really do much from that bottom position. So give me Hubbard to go out there and win a decision at a plus 165. I think that's a damn good number. Second prop that I got for you guys here is Ian Garry to win by knockout at plus 110. Now, this number was minus 105 earlier this week, and we're seeing action come on the other side, which means that this number is starting to go up to plus 110, and I like it. You know, I'm a big Neil Magny guy. If you guys go past and see my record from the past, I've bet on him numerous amounts of times as an underdog, and he's always come through for me, or more often than not than come through for me. But his weaknesses are guys that can grapple very well, like Shavkat Rakhmonov and Michael Chiesa and Gilbert Burns, or guys that are technically much better strikers than him, like Lorenz Larkin. And there's Santiago Ponzinibbio. And I think Ian Garry falls into that category of guys that are going to be able to exploit the defensive weaknesses that Neil Magny has in the striking game. Yes, he might be able to rough up Ian Garry in the clinch and do what Neil Magny does, but I think he's going to leave a lot of openings for the sharpshooter and sniper that is Ian Garry, and that will eventually open up a knockout opportunity for him. So at plus 110, I think that's a good spot to jump in on Garry getting a solid win over one of the best veterans that the UFC has to offer. And in the final best prop bet that I got for you guys, a little bit chalky here, but I feel like this is a surefire spot in Weili Zhang to win inside the distance at minus 185. We know Amanda Lemos is very dangerous, and she is very centric on getting, or finish centric in a lot of her fights to be able to get the victory. There are not many fights of hers that you can find of her winning by decision, meaning that she usually is losing until she's able to get that big knockout victory or a big submission victory. However, Weili Zhang will not be muzzled or nullified in terms of her aggressiveness, knowing that she can handle whatever Lemos is going to be throwing at her and then wear on her, utilize her wrestling, and look for finishes from that top position. I think she'll be able to outstrike Lemos and really put the pressure on her, and then wear on the gas tank of Lemos, and then wait for that opportunity in rounds 3, 4, maybe even 5. And I think at that point, Lemos will be pretty much riding on fumes. And I think that's where we're going to see Zhang be able to really muster up a flurry that could get Lemos out of there. I don't know if it's going to be a TKO or a submission, which is why I don't mind taking the chalky spot on here and just covering a finish of any sort at minus 185. There you guys go, the 3 best prop bets for UFC 292. Quick recap: Hubbard by decision plus 165, Ian Garry by knockout plus 110, and Weili Zhang to retain her title inside the distance at minus 185. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed all the segments that we have dropped this week. Again, I had the full card breakdown earlier this week. I also dropped breakdowns on the fights that came together this week between Damon Blackshear and Mario Bautista, as well as Cody Gibson going up against Brad Katona. So if you missed out on those breakdowns, check those out as well. Otherwise, good luck this weekend, and I'll see you guys Sunday for the Contender Series breakdowns for week 3. See you guys then. Peace.